Hello, I'm a demographical expert, Ginta from Latvia, and today we can talk about demographical situation in Latvia. In Latvia are 2 million people, and the first dramatical changes happened after the Second World War, when a lot of Latvian people was deported out of Latvia, and some of them emigrated too because situation was better in another countries. In these days, a lot of people are emigrating to United Kingdom and Ireland because they want to find better jobs and maybe they are looking for some educational opportunities in some other countries. You can see that the number of outgoing people are bigger than incoming people, and I think our government should think more about our economical situation to stop increasing immigration of people.
We are in our small and very beautiful town, Sigulda. And now we are going to ask some people if they personally know someone who have emigrated to Latvia. And now we can start in our school. Can you answer some questions?
Okay.
Do you personally know someone who has left Latvia?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me more?
It's my uncle. He lives in England.
What was the reason of immigration?
Because of job.
Okay, let's go to my class and ask some more questions about immigration. Excuse me,
Yes, right.
can I ask you some questions?
Yes.
Do you personally know someone who has left the Latvia?
Yes, I know. It's my brother. He went language for
Okay, and what was the reason of immigration?
immigration. The money, of course.
Because of money. Okay, thank you. Excuse me, can answer me some questions?
Yes, of course.
Do you personally know someone who has left the Latvia?
Oh, yes, of course. I know two families who were immigrated from Latvia, and one family was immigrated to the United Kingdom, and second family was immigrated to Germany.
Okay, and what was the reason of immigration?
Well, because people don't have in Latvia good jobs and don't pay money, and they was immigrated.
Okay, thank you. Now we are in a little beautiful Sigulda park and then go there and interview some people.
Hello.
Can you answer some questions?
Yes, of course.
Do you personally know someone who has left the Latvia?
Yes.
Can you tell me more?
Yes, of course. He's my friend Tom. He's studying at Germany right now.
And the reason was that he is studying there, yeah?
Yes, he's studying there and working about hotel management.
Okay. Excuse me, can I ask you some questions?
Yes.
Okay, you first. Do you personally know someone who has left the Latvia?
Yes,
Can you tell me more?
it's my friend, his name is Guntis.
Okay, and what was the reason of emigration?
Money,
Because of money, yes?
yes.
Okay, thank you. Now you. Do you personally know someone who has left the Latvia?
Yes, I know.
More, please.
He go to the United States of America because he want to study at college and play basketball and get a good education.
Okay, thank you guys. What are our conclusions? All people said that they personally know someone who has emigrated from Latvia, and it means it's really serious problem. And I ask myself, how many people live in Latvia after 10 years and who they will be?
Welcome in our school. Could you introduce yourself?
Mani sauc Josh. Iepazīsimies. Iepazīsimies.
So, what is the reason you moved out of your country?
The first reason I moved out of my country, and the most important reason, is for love and my wife, family. I very much love the Latvian culture. People are very hospitable. They'll invite you into their home when they have nothing, give you food when they have nothing. Very hospitable and loving people. Beautiful country. I've been to many places. I haven't been to every country, and I haven't been to every continent. But the first time I've came to Sigulda, I've never felt more at home.
How it is to get used to live in a new country?
Very difficult, but at the same time, very rewarding. You know, you have to learn a new language. You know, you have to learn the culture so you don't disrespect people. You have to, it's mutual respect. You know, you can't just come into a country and expect everybody to like understand where you're coming from. You have to accept and embrace their culture. And so, you know, I took my Latvian intensive language courses, and I'm doing my best to learn the language. And rewarding in the sense that once you get to know the people here, you know, they're very supportive, they're very loving, open. You know, as I said before, they'll invite you into their home when they have nothing, give you food when they're starving.
How has your opinion about Latvia and Latvians changed?
It gets better by the day. When I first met my wife, before we got married, and you know, we were chatting over Skype. I met her over the internet, being a guy, I met her over the internet and we started talking. And at first, I thought it was just arrogance. But then I realized, no, it's not arrogance. She's just a very sarcastic person like me. She's just a strong woman, very reserved, conservative, strong woman. And my foundation.
And what American traditions do you keep while you're living in Latvia?
Well, the first and really the only tradition I keep is Independence Day, 4th of July. It's very important to me that we have a constitution that gives humans the fundamental rights to live as they choose, as long as they first and foremost are not harming other people, and second, not harming themselves. People need to have the ability to live as they choose.
Thank you about the interview. Today we talked about Josh and heard about his experience, how it is to start life in Latvia.
Good afternoon. Today we have 4 guests in our studio. They are very different people with very different experience, but all of them have something similar. They all have emigrated from Latvia. Let's talk with them and find the reasons why it had happened. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Arturs and I'm from Latvia. I have lived in England for 6 months.
My name is Marta. I live in Latvia and now I live in Ireland for 7 years now.
My name is Kelly and I'm from Latvia and I live in London for 9 years.
Здравствуйте, my name is Vitalijs. I'm from Latvia, but 10 years I live in Russia, in Moscow.
Why did you immigrate from Latvia? When it happened and how long are you away?
I immigrated because I want to learn English culture and I want to get experience for working in other countries.
Because of financial problems I had, I wanted to live better life, and I heard that in Ireland have some good jobs opportunities. Me and my family went there twice, and then we decided to stay there. And like I said, it's about 7 years now.
I get divorced from my husband, that's the reason why I left my country, and like I said, I live in London for 9 years.
10 years ago, when I was walking with my friends in Riga Center, occasionally I met a girl. For the first second, I liked it. And then it turned that she had come from Russia, from Moscow to Latvia for 2 weeks. And 2 weeks later, I decided and I go to Russia with her.
How is to get used to live in new country? What were the difficulties and problems?
It was very easy because I have friends who shows me to London, and the difficulties was to get a new job.
My biggest difficulties was that adapted in new place. I liked there, but it was hard for me, and job I found very easily, but my English wasn't so good.
First year was difficult because of course new place and yeah, but now it's okay. I like there. It's really easy to live there because I know language and I have many friends and I have a good job. Yes, it's really easy to live there if you know language, of course.
For me it was very easy because from childhood I know very well Russian language, and in Soviet Union it was easier to find a job.
Do you keep in touch with other people from Latvia in your new country?
Yes, I keep touch with my parents and my brother and with my girlfriend.
Yes, of course. In Latvia live my mother and father and some other relatives, and I keep in touch with them.
I keep in touch with my mother and just some friends only because a lot of friends are in other countries, not in Latvia.
Yes, with friends and parents.
Do you keep some traditions from Latvia in your new country?
Yes, I celebrate New Year with my friends.
Of course, I try to keep all Latvian traditions because I live in Ireland with my family, and I want that my kids know all Latvian traditions.
Yes, New Year, of course, and Latvian traditional celebrate. It's John's Day, what I celebrate there with my friends.
Honestly, no, because in Russia have a lot of traditions very difficult to celebrate.
Thank you for this conversation. What are our conclusions? Immigration and emigration are two aspects of the same problem. Everyone who has emigrated from his native country become immigrated in his new country. Whatever are the reasons of emigration, becoming immigrant, you have to be ready to integrate in your new home, new society and new lifestyle. If the person builds the border between himself and another part of society, or late he comes to isolation, which leads to negativity. But on another hand, whatever are the reasons of emigration, person always will belong to the place where he comes from.